Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, one and all. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. Oh, I have a nick on my finger. Where did that come from? Happy Thursday, everybody. How's it going? Hopefully, we're looking forward to the weekend and having a good day. We had our fourth meal box this evening of the week. Fifth meal box of the evening. The last of our meal box meals tonight, and it was real good. So that was 5 for 5. We went 5 for 5 this week. Yes, they were all in the one box. And we have ordered our meals for next week. So that's exciting too. What are we getting? Let's see. What have we got joining us next week? Next week's orders include sage pork chops and roasted apples with onion gravy, barbecue beef meatballs with smashed potatoes and garlicky broccoli, chicken schnitzel with garlic potatoes and salad, spicy curried chicken stew with garlic flatbreads. I wonder if they got a deal on garlic. Sweet and savory pork stir fry. And as a Valentine's special, we got steaks with herb butter, with creamy mash and maple Dijon bacon green beans. So that's going to be delicious. I'm looking forward to all of it. Did Maple get any? No, Maple got lots of kibble. Pardon me? Yeah, it's lamb and rice kibble. She gets lamb and rice kibble. She eats better than we do. She gets lamb and rice every night in perfectly nutrition balanced little pellets. Did Maple stare at us and look sad? Maple always stares at us and looks sad. That's just what she does. Maricat says the stupid question, but one horror story I keep hearing over and over from these meal services is that not all the ingredients are actually that fresh. Have you had any sort of issue with that on yours? No. All of our ingredients were very adequate. Some fresher than the kind of ingredients you might get from a grocery store. I don't know. Given the name of the service, I would hope that will remain unnamed. I would hope that the ingredients are relatively fresh.
I hope that they are good ingredients too. Yeah, the only thing that I was a little sus about was the parsley, but they're like individually packaged in a plastic baggy thing. So
yeah, the parsley last night was super fresh.
Totally good.
It was great. Yeah, and the spinach was also very fresh. Again, the spinach that we got last night looked better than the spinach you would typically get if you bought a bag of spinach from the store.
Yeah. It's very good. I'm excited for next week.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully it's good. Anyhow, we will keep you apprised of our progress. If the boxes remain delicious, we will tell you. And if the boxes do not get delicious, or get less delicious, we'll let you know about that too. Unless they start to pay me, in which case I will only tell you the good things. Because I am not above being a paid shill.
It's true. Yep.
I'm a sellout, absolutely.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah. What we like about you.
Zandai is telling people to subscribe to me on YouTube, but no, you should subscribe to me on TikTok, so that I can gain access to TikTok lives. I need roughly
how many more
940 more followers on TikTok.
Oh, that's not bad. That's totally doable. That's just a follow.
You're all too old to subscribe to me on TikTok. Well, do I still make TikToks? No. I mean, yes, I do, but I haven't updated in a little over a week. I don't know. I'm running out of material.
Have you met our dog?
Well, I have.
She's very TikTokable. Talkable.
I know.
With her new toy.
I've been so fussy about her behavior that I haven't really been inspired to do many TikToks with her. Well, I guess I could do that. Maple's just not cute enough. That's right. She's not cute anymore. She's too much of a dog. Anyhow, the real trick. So I'm gonna tell you my problem. The real trick, and it comes down to the challenges of using Twitch's clip system, is that it's very difficult to post a clip to TikTok that gets any traction if there's not enough context within the clip itself to understand why it's funny. And so, like, a lot of our clip review clips are funny and, like, you know, people enjoy them because they were here for the things that happened. And so they understand why the clip is funny. But there are actually, you know, not nearly as many that function on their own for the purposes of, like, a user who's not familiar with the channel knowing what's going on or why the clip is funny. And so I have to be very, very selective about which clips actually go to TikTok, and consequently, I've run out of clips. I don't have that many I can use. So we gotta, like, I don't know. I gotta find that. I just spam my account with every clip. See, I want to make okay quality content. Isn't TikTok a machine for throwing literally everything at the wall and hoping one sticks? I mean, sorta. Just play Red Dead Redemption 2 again. All of my RDR2 clips failed. The RDR2 clips weren't successful. The most successful clip I've put on my TikTok to date is still Donald Duck exhausting himself to death in Kingdom Hearts 3. And it outperformed, like, every other clip on my channel by 5 times. It's that one TikTok is still getting likes on TikTok even today. Pivot to Disney content? Yeah, I guess that's where my audience is. What I need to do is play a forever game that is a community of rabid followers that'll be excited that I'm playing it and upvote my stuff. I see what you're doing. Also, Ms. Lady Mix, thank you very much for the resub. Now for 45 months, saying Thursday. What a concept. Okay, do I have anything else to talk about? I just went to bed after the stream last night, so it's not like I've done anything interesting in the last 24 hours. I'm still playing Destiny 2 in my downtime. But not on stream. That one's for me. I haven't actually played any of Prime yet. Am I going to play Lightfall? Yes. I have indeed already pre-ordered Lightfall on both PC and PlayStation 5. because I'm that guy. I don't know. This is how they get you. This is the downside of crossplay. This is the downside of crossplay, is so that you can play all of the content on both platforms. You have to own the content on both platforms. Yeah, I agree that it's frustrating. I might not go so far as evil, but I agree that it's frustrating that you have to own the content on both platforms to play the content on both platforms. It is annoying. And if I want to be able to flip back and forth between PC and PS5, which I do, I need to play it on both. No, it is not frustrating enough for me to stop giving the money. That is correct. Although, like, 90% of my playtime since I started playing Destiny 2 again has been on PS5. Granted. Why do I need to be able to play it on two different platforms? Okay, so back in the day, Destiny 2 did not have crossplay. It only had cross-save. And so you could use the same character on PS5 or on PC. But you couldn't play with other people on either platform, right? So if you were on PC, you could only play with PC players, and if you were on PS5, you could only play with PS5 players. And so back in the day, I used to play on PS4 at the time, and many of the people that I would raid with played on PC. And so I had to keep my PC SKU of the game current with the content. But in my own time, I wanted to play on PS4. So I also had to keep that instance of the game current for content. And so I just got in the habit of updating both. And then, like, after a while, I gave up on Destiny and stopped worrying about it. But now that I've come back, I being in the habit, I purchased the expansion pack for both platforms. Now, to be fair, when it came to getting the Witch King, I waited until it was on sale. I got the Witch King at a steep discount, or the Witch Queen at a steep discount for both systems. But then I did pre-order for both platforms Lightfall at full price. And it's very likely that at some point I will play both platforms. That's the thing. I'll play all the soloable content on my PS5. This is why it's a problem. I will play all the solo content on my PS5, right? Like I'm going to play the campaign and multiplayer, and PvP and whatnot on my PS5. But when it comes to raiding, if I want to do dungeons with friends, I'm gonna do that on PC. And so if I'm gonna raid, I'm gonna do that on PC, and I will want to be able to play it on PC. Why not do it all on PC? Because I don't like my PC is in a 6x6 room. Like, I don't like spending a ton of time in here. And I have a 4K HDR TV on which I can play the game most of the time. But for raiding, where I want more precision, I will switch back to mouse and keyboard controls for raiding. Like, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. I appreciate a Zandai being on my side here, saying, honestly, everything you've said this far makes sense. Right? I don't know. I feel like it's justified. Strictly speaking, I probably didn't need to pre-order it on PC. I probably could have waited until such a time as I needed to own it on PC, like when I was ready to start raiding. But I figured it was easier to just get it all out of the way. And I'll still have to buy the battle pass and everything for the season. Like, I'll need to get the season's passes and whatnot. So, thankfully, those work in both. There's just additional advantages to playing on PC. Like, for one of the things for raiding is like Discord integration, right? Like, if I'm playing on PC, we can just have a chat channel open in Discord, and I can chat using the Discord channel. Whereas if we're on PlayStation, then I have to then the party gets stratified if you're doing crossplay because you're not all necessarily all in in-game party chat. Do I need to be at the PC to use Discord? I mean, not strictly, but it's way easier. I could use the Discord app on phone, but I don't really want to do that. Again, not strictly speaking, there are ways around doing it like this, but the convenience of just buying it on both and being able to play on whatever platform I want to play it on that's how I elected to spend my money. In other news, hey, look, a subscriber goal. Damn, I am pretty ass. Why are we breaking apart every second of Matt having fun off stream? It's what chat excels at. That's what you exist for. I'm fairly certain that if I stopped giving you things to pick on me for, your lives would all lose meaning. Dicey, thank you for the resub. Now for 34 months. Oh, Samwalk says he's seen houses that match our specifications over the past couple of weeks, but interest rates changed, but assumes that interest rates changed our budget, so haven't mentioned it. So strictly speaking, interest rates have not changed our budget. We still are approved to buy to the same budget that we were previously approved to buy. Our priority, it did change our priorities a bit. So we have been less urgently looking in favor of just continuing to put money away for a down payment, waiting for interest rates to level out and start to drop again. But strictly speaking, we are still open to seeing listings that top out our budget. Did I also buy 3 Xboxes accidentally when it released? I sure did. Princess Intel, I'm given to understand that Vancouver's housing market is actually much worse than the New York housing market when considered against local affordability. Like, the absolute prices are not quite as high, but the ratio of prices to local incomes is worse. So you're going to hear some boops. And we might not get the traditional boops, but you may get unsanctioned boops. Because you recall, the other day, I said that I hadn't plugged my phone in and backed it up in months. Well, good news. I plugged it in and backed it up and updated the software tonight, but it's still going. So that's why you got the unsanctioned boops. It's still in the process of updating. But I did back up. I do now have a backup of my phone current as of today. The last backup was in October. Oh, Meg, I forgot to mention this. You know how you know how as of last week there were a couple of units in our building that are for sale.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay. One of them has sold. The one that's not the penthouse has sold.
Oh, did it sell for a price we like or a price we don't like?
So you recall what it was priced around, right? It was around $769,000, I think.
Nice, and yes, sure, okay.
Yeah. It sold under asking.
F yeah!
Didn't
Light
sell
it
a lot
up!
under asking,
Light it up!
but it sold for $765,000.
Burn it all down! I'm gonna go to the store and get everything we need for a guillotine. I'll be back. No, but under asking?
Yeah, it sold under asking by $4,000.
Amazing. Excellent. That's great. That's very good. How long was it on the market for? Do you remember?
Oh, I can look that up easy enough.
Excellent.
Oh, also, there's a unit in the other building that we've been looking at, on the corner of the building that we like, but it doesn't show up in our listings because it's just a hair beyond our affordability according to what the search is at.
Don't even look at these anymore because
I know you don't.
I don't have the energy.
Oh, right, it's here. So, yeah, I was right. $769,000.
Oh, wait. No, this one's been on the market for a while. Oh, wait. Is this the corner? Excellent.
Yeah. And it was on the market for 2 days, according to this.
Yeah.
Days on market, 2, sold under asking. So they must have wanted to offload it. This obviously was a motivated seller.
That's a fire sale. Excellent. The real estate agent, I told you, right? I told you that I made the real estate agent an offer and then he laughed at me.
I did. You did
Okay,
tell
good.
me that.
Good.
There's a
Still on the
unit
market.
in our building that's been on the market now for several weeks.
Months, I think.
Oh, yeah, months. It's been on the market for months. And it is priced around $2 million.
well outside of what we can afford.
Yeah, it's a penthouse unit. It's priced around $1 million. It's been
a
having
modest 2-bedroom condo.
it's like 1,100 square feet.
Like it's
It's like 1,100 square feet. It's a gorgeous sub
it's a very
penthouse.
livable space.
It's priced for $2 million. And yes, it is a 2-bedroom. And it's had open houses every weekend now for months. And so the real estate agent is like always sitting there
playing on his phone. He's bored to tears.
Yeah, waiting for somebody to come along and make an offer or to look at it, bored to tears. So anyhow, Meg walked through the lobby the other day and it was like, just like, hey, how's it going? It's like, oh,
I was like,
bored.
Slow day, hey.
And what did you say to him?
Oh, I was like, well, I mean, I don't know if like your seller would want it, but like I can offer $990. And he laughed and I was like, you're lost. Yeah, so can't wait to see how much it actually goes for because it ain't moving.
No, it's not selling. It's clearly overpriced.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Now that we're talking about it, let's do a.
Okay, I'm like for real gonna go to the store. Do you want anything? Not you, Chad. You can go buy your own stuff. I'm getting milk for coffee in the mornings. I'm getting some kind of cereal so that I eat food in the morning.
Some kind of cereal.
I'm getting cereal that you don't want. I'm probably just getting granola again.
Okay.
Stuff that you don't like. Because I know if I get Vector, I'm going to have a bowl and it'll have already been eaten.
Yeah, because I am like literally untrustworthy around Vector.
Yes. It's true.
I can't be trusted with a box of Vector in the house.
No, it's fine. I know that.
I don't know. I'd like a treat of some kind.
Okay. Vegetable? Okay.
But not nibs.
Okay.
But a treat of some kind.
Because there's so many nibs already in the house?
There's one bag.
Okay. I'll get you a treat.
Yes. Thank you.
And
not ice cream. I don't want ice cream tonight. Dominated.
Okay.
All right, so chat, how are you? Let's do an experiment, shall we?
Not dox ourselves?
There's
okay.
no pin on our house
I just
here.
was making sure that we weren't.
So this is our neighborhood. This is about 1 kilometer in the realm of our neighborhood. I want to do an experiment. There are currently 136 listings shown. I have applied no filters of any kind.
You have applied one filter for Vancouver, BC.
For Vancouver, BC. Let me go minimum price, $1 million, and let's see how many listings that eliminates. Oh, that was more than I thought.
Oh. Wait, that's minimum price, not maximum.
Yeah,
price.
so this is now it's just showing
nice
listings over $1 million.
Okay. Yes, I just wanted to make sure that was in fact what I wanted.
And it took roughly 70 of the 130 listings out of consideration, which is better than I thought. Now, here's the next question. Let's do the inverse. We're going to take minimum price to 0. Let's take max price to $1 million.
Yeah.
Beds. So So that's 74 listings under $1 million. How many of those have 2 or more bedrooms?
0.
13.
Okay. So 2 of these are in land that has 3 are on land that has they have a leasehold.
Yes, this one here.
That are
Oh, that one's not. That one's up here by Guelph
okay, but
Park.
the first 2 here, Moberly and Leg and Boot Square.
Yes.
Ooh, 666 Leg and Boot Square. Let's move there. Those are on leasehold land, which the lease
so you don't actually
expires. Own it. No. It's not even that. It's the fact that the leasehold is expiring in the next 15 years or something.
Yeah.
So the city can just
yeah, that's getting redeveloped.
repo it.
And really what we're looking at here are these 6 units are the ones that are really in our ballpark of areas we would be okay wanting to live. So we've got
2 bedrooms, 1 bath.
2 bed, 1 bath, 788. That's probably the most reasonable. No AC, certainly.
Oh, no, this one. Oh, that building. They're showing you the new building. It's been on the market for 21 days. Electric heat.
We've got 879.
Oh.
2 bed, 1 bath, 708 square feet. This is a 2 bed, 1 bath that's 50 square feet larger than our current apartment.
Okay, but the thing that pisses me off is when it's 700 square feet and it's 2 bed, 2 bath. And
Yes!
I don't need a second room to take a dump in. I just need 1.
959. This is south facing, which I don't like very much.
It's a good view,
it's
though.
west facing. So the view is nice. That is a pretty nice view, actually.
See, 2 bed, 2 bath.
747 square feet.
I would convert that second bathroom into an office.
Yes.
Oh, is that actually a king-size bed, though?
Yeah. This
That's
building doesn't
impressive.
have AC, so
Oh, right, this building.
this is all baseboard heating. So it would sweat us out in the summer. Also, it's
also,
technically it's a junior
it has
2 bedroom.
The most bullshit balcony too. It's not even a real balcony. It's like a Juliet balcony.
Yeah, it's not even a real bedroom. This is a den. This is a 1-bed den. This is not
This
a
is
2-bedroom.
horseshit. These people should be.
The only reason they get away with calling this a bedroom is because it has a closet and a window.
Remember when we saw that place in this building and the little patio? You couldn't even fit a barbecue on. So tiny.
Here we go.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
Let's take a look.
this one
Look at the
does have a real
shape of the balcony. So we've got a den. We've got an actual den, which is like my streaming closet. There's a master bedroom. Next to the master bedroom is a solarium that they're calling an office. There's this bedroom, which is the one with the sliding door that has a closet in it and access to the balcony.
It's the only access to the balcony. Oh, no, there's a sliding door.
There's a sliding door in the living room. Ensuite bathroom on the second bedroom. Ensuite bathroom on the first. Why? I hate
First
it.
of all, can you please not yell
Sorry.
directly in my ear?
I hate this so much.
It's designed for roommates. This is the perfect one. This is the perfect layout for when you want to rent it out to 2 people who aren't sharing the bedroom. Because now you have 2 people that each have their own bathroom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. BS.
It's true. Okay, so there's
Or
that
I
one.
guess people that have kids or whatever that is.
This is the building that has ovens that are too small to roast a game hen in.
Yes.
Oh, that one actually looks
that
like it
does
might be
have a
full
real
sized.
oven.
That one's full-sized. That one's not tiny.
Yeah.
This place is actually kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh, and this building has a pool in it too.
This building does have a pool in it. Oh, they have a dartboard in the. So that wall is full of holes.
No, this is just staged. This is 1,000%.
No floor plan on that one. And then there's these two. But that building is just awful. All of the floor plans in that building make me angry.
Building. I just don't like them based on principle.
I know.
Because all of them were like, our junior one bedroom start at offensive amounts of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not even, that's a bachelor.
All right, let's flip this around. We're going to go $1 million, unlimited, 2 beds or more. What do we got to work with in this neck of the woods?
Crying. Gentle crying. That building's not even finished yet.
I know. All right, chat.
Oh, there's going to be a European-inspired spa.
Oh, nice. How many subs do I need? Yeah, there are no photos on that one because the building's not built yet.
I mean, I can take a picture of that building on my way to the store.
All right, here we go. We're not even. You know what? Let's kick things up a notch. $2 million. This is 2 beds or more. $2 million. Here is a 2-bed, 2-bath. $3.6 million. Welcome to Bridge. This spectacular 2-bedroom plus office penthouse unit has an open 1,974 square feet layout and a north-facing water, city, and mountain view. A 1,357 square foot terrace allows for great outdoor enjoyment. Luxury living at the Village on Falls Creek offers German imported kitchens, luxury finishes throughout, state-of-the-art heating and cooling system, Miele SS appliances.
Stainless steel,
thank you. Gas range, oven, dishwasher, and Sub-Zero fridge. Amenities include Gold Medal Club.
Oh, I bet the strata fees on this are going to be insane.
Swimming pool, hot tub, sauna, fitness room. The Olympic Plaza is anchored by an Urban Fare grocery, London Drugs, Legacy Liquor Store, and more. Steps from the Canada Line and Expo SkyTrain stations, bus lines, Aquabus, and steps from the Aquabus. Yes, I was thinking the C-bus.
I mean, it is steps. It's just a lot of steps.
A lot of steps. Yeah. Annual property taxes $7,000. I'm sorry. Hold the phone. $3.6 million.
Yeah.
Previously sold, 2015, 1.8.
Blow it straight out of your anus.
Doubled since 2015.
No, they think it's doubled since 2016. But in a 2023 market, they're not getting.
Oh, they'll probably get close.
For it. We'll see.
$1,500 a month in strata fees. Let's have a look at the floor plan.
This is showing your email.
Why is it opening my email? That's not what I was looking for. Anyhow, let's have a look at the photos, shall we? This could be yours for $3.6 million.
Can we talk about how ugly this kitchen is and how non-functional it is with that like long galley kitchen and then no counter space directly opposite?
There's like no counter space in the kitchen at all.
This is ass.
This could be yours for $3.6 million.
Also, like the height on those 2 ovens, like what the... Ooh, there's sinks. Ooh.
Can I interest you in a hallway overlooking a gravel pit?
where you probably get geese laying eggs.
Yeah. This is our murder hallway.
Oh my god, it's awful. Look at that office. The office is the hallway. And it has the post in the corner.
Oh, I hate this. It does have its own elevator, though. Ah, yes. Look at how well kept that terrace is.
Okay, so
They clearly took great care of that.
they didn't even sweep up the leaves.
Not only did they not sweep up, they didn't sweep up the leaves, they didn't wash it, and they took photos on like the grayest, most miserable day. This just looks so depressing.
Like, they could have at least put in some fake potted plants. Or, like, swept the
Oh,
leaves.
this is so sad. It's Werner Herzog's sad gray patios for sad gray children. What a view. You too can see the Canby Bridge between a gap, or through a gap between two buildings. $3.6 million, folks. What else have we got?
Oh, this is so Hinge Park is where they're putting in a school sometime in the next 35
Oh, yeah.
years.
Ooh.
So this will soon have screaming children.
4.9.
No.
Luxury home in the waterfront community of the village on Falls Creek, LEED Platinum certified, the most sustainable in the world. Features high ceilings, German imported kitchens.
What is up with German kitchens?
What is up with importing German kitchens? Why are you shipping
have
the kitchen
kitchens
from
at
Germany?
home.
We have kitchens here, yeah. We took this kitchen from a German castle, disassembled it brick by brick, and flew it to Canada. Eggersman cabinetry and luxury faucets throughout. State-of-the-art heating and cooling system. Miele stainless steel appliances, gas range oven. Gas range oven, dishwasher,
No,
and
it's a
sub-zero fridge.
dishwasher.
Dishwasher. That's where you wash your scathing insults.
Yeah.
Amenities include Gold Medal Club, a separate fitness room and furnished lounge located in the lobby. It's the same copy.
Yeah.
I wonder what the strat is like on this one. Ooh, under $1,000 strat on this one. And no photos. This building exists, but there are no photos.
3-bed, 3-bath.
But only 1,700 square feet as compared to the other unit.
Why even bother?
All right. What else?
Why even bother showing me anything less than 4,000 square feet?
That's the most expensive on sort by highest price. Why didn't I do this in the first place?
Ontario.
Okay, this is a new one. 4-bed, 3-bath, 1,600 square feet. One of a kind, 4-bedroom, 3-bath plus den penthouse with full wraparound 180-degree view of Falls Creek, the park, and the mountains. Large balcony off living room and large rooftop deck to enjoy Vancouver view.
And to put up our 12-foot skeleton.
Yes. Perfect sized for owners who need extra bedrooms for family and or hobbies. Yes. As a note, you're only allowed to have a family and or hobbies if you can afford a $3.6 million apartment in Vancouver. If you can't afford a $3.6 million apartment in Vancouver, you are not allowed to have family or hobbies. Floor to ceiling
It's
windows.
true, your hobbies is a second job.
Yeah, that's right. Floor to ceiling windows, overheight ceilings, engineered hardwood flooring, full-size chef's kitchen with Scavinoli cabinets with pantry and wine fridge.
We have a wine fridge. It's a fridge. I put wine in it.
And an extra large master walk-in closet are some of the special touches in the home. 2 parking.
2 parking, 2 furious.
2 parking. Perfect home in a fantastic neighborhood close to the seawall, amenity, shopping, and transit. Yes. Okay.
So
Once
you can park
again-
your 2 cars and then take transit.
Once again, the photo not super selling the view, but I guess you do what you can depending on the weather that day.
So spacious.
I mean, that's a pretty nice kitchen, but once again, the lack of counter space there is pretty bad, but at least they make up for it with the island. Oh, there is a floor plan on this one. Good.
Oh.
The wraparound curtain rack.
The wraparound curtain thing. But if you go back, you can stare out the window
Oh, yeah!
in 2 directions during your shower.
A man's romance. You can moon the city.
Okay, so here's my pet peeve
Why am I getting a phone?
because it's spam.
Yeah.
The tiles in the shower enclosure,
Yes.
they didn't match the pattern.
Yeah. No, they
Like-
did not.
If I am hypothetically paying $4 million for a condo, I want my tile grain to match.
Listen, if you want to live in Vancouver, you will take the tile they give you and
No, but,
not
like,
complain.
If it's built as like a luxury condo penthouse for people that only have children / hobbies, like, just do it right.
All right. Let's have a quick look. So your entrance enters straight into the kitchen.
Classic.
Like the front door, literally you walk into the refrigerator. Closet here. That's a strange choice. They've got a storage space here, which I guess functions as your pantry. But it's weird that it's not, like, accessible to the kitchen. I don't know why they wouldn't have merged that with the closet. Anyway, you got a bathroom, you got a bedroom. You've got a den off the living room.
Probably because that's structural. I'm guessing that
Oh,
closet is
that-
also where they have, like electric things,
That could be.
like the blow 'em up buttons,
The blow 'em up
the
button.
fuses.
Like, this is your mud closet, right? Like, I don't know. The idea of having your mud room and, like, not having a mud room, you're just, like, you're
straight into the kitchen.
straight into the kitchen when it pours rain in this city constantly, right? Like, where are you putting your shoe rack?
In the fridge with your
Yeah.
wine.
That's right.
Duh.
Duh. You got a living room and dining room. Really, that's just one big living room. You got your main bedroom with the walk-in closet. Nice big. That walk-in closet is bigger than this streaming
Yeah,
room.
it is.
And then the ensuite with your man's romance there, your ability to show off the goods to everyone in the city. Washer
So
dryer.
there's 3 bathtubs.
Yes, 3 bathtubs. That's right. And then down here, you've got a bedroom with a closet, and the bathroom. So it is legitimately a 1, 2, 3, 4 bedroom and den. And the only thing that makes the den not a bedroom is that it doesn't have a closet. Like, it does have windows. So,
Okay, the first thing I would do is blow a hole through the walk-in closet to the washer dryer.
this one?
Yeah. Not a whole walkway, but just a hole so that you can chuck your laundry in it and then not have to carry it out
so
the
just
long
like
ways.
knock out this wall?
No, not knock it out. Just like put a little pass-through, little cubby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
When we buy this after we win the lottery.
No. We don't have to win the lottery.
We
We
have
just
to-
need to work out how many subs I need.
Right. Yes, a laundry glory hole.
Oh, no. Oh, hey.
Oh,
I
This is
looked at a
cute.
unit in this building.
right, when I was away.
While you were away, I looked at a townhouse in this building.
This is the weird strata thing, right?
Yeah. This is all part of the same
I
complex.
hate it.
It's really nice, though.
I just don't want to deal with like a 3-person strata.
Oh, the backsplash on the stove is a window.
That sounds awful. as the person that cleaned tomato sauce off of 3 walls yesterday after someone else made dinner.
What I'm hearing is that someone else made you dinner last night.
That's not the takeaway, Matt.
I don't know. I think it is the takeaway. The takeaway here is that you had somebody make you dinner last night. Ooh, rooftop patio. Now, see, this is how you sell the view.
Yes. Oh, that's a bullshit bedroom, though. Go back. It's not a bedroom. That's a junior.
Yes, that is a junior. I'm hoping there's a floor plan. There isn't, but it has a full garage.
Yes, Izandai has it. The takeaway is that someone made Meg dinner.
And
I still had to do dinner-related labor. That's correct. But I didn't have to make the dinner. And I didn't have to decide what was for dinner. So.
Ooh,
yeah.
Where's this one?
Okay, I'm going for real this time before the store closes.
$23 million. Holy God.
I actually don't like it.
Really? I mean, this is ridiculous. But this looks really nice.
Where is this?
This is in like Shaughnessy right here.
Oh, up there. I feel like we couldn't actually like
I don't know. The real question is like, is this a gorgeous house, or does this end up on McMansion hell? Is really what it comes
like
down
it.
to.
Like, it's not a gorgeous house.
Have you ever wanted to feel like?
Have you ever wanted your own Oval Office?
Exactly.
This is like.
Have you ever wanted to cosplay as the president of the United States?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to like decorate this in Animal Crossing. But like all this blue is a lot. And then this is just like too.
What? Look at that sink though. Look at that sink though.
Oh, that's a mirror. Okay, so credit to photographer for not being in the mirror. This is your octagonal office. The domed ceiling with the blue sky painted.
Yep.
Like, this is giving me big, like, Mormon temple vibes.
That room is as big as our entire apartment.
No way.
That's what makes
bigger.
me angry.
Okay, but look at the layout of that last bathroom. Go back. Look at how awkward.
There's the shitting corner.
Yeah.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Losing my religion. There's like a weird...
The laundry closet. Hey, no, go back. Go back.
This house just keeps going.
That's another awkward... No, one forward. Yeah, another awkward toilet situation.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted to have to kneecap yourself on a vault, like a slanted wall while you're trying to have a... And what's with the tiny little cupboard tucked away? Like, what is this little notch?
So awful.
What?
Look at that tassel in front of the
Not
towel.
only is there this little notchway, there's this porthole window inserted into the notchway.
Yeah.
But it's so close to the wall that the trim around the window gets cut off by the wall.
They didn't even fold the toilet paper into a triangle before they took the picture.
That's true. But, like, can I interest you in the window notch? Like, we built this corner for our totally useless window.
What do you even do in this room?
The thing that makes me angriest about this is that somebody with too much money paid to have that built.
The two towels folded on the counter are different shades of brown.
The two towels folded on the counter are indeed two different shades of brown.
Go back. What was originally in the center of
I
this
know.
room?
What was originally in the center? That's just the carpet.
Is
That's
it just on
just a
purpose?
print in the carpet.
Keep it.
This person belongs to the Galactic Empire, apparently.
Huh.
This room is a lot.
Yeah. Oh, but that looks like a movie theater in the back there between the two
Yeah.
pillars.
This is the man cave, clearly. Because there's like a bar and the like brown leather furniture and there's a humidor.
It's true. Women don't like any of those things.
You know what I mean. Pool table.
Women are biologically incapable
Of
playing
enjoying
pool.
those things, yes. It's true. You're right. It was a movie theater.
I know. You've taught me well.
Thoughtfully designed are the first two words of that sales pitch. Thoughtfully designed. Annual property taxes of $107,000.
Oh, just a casual single family home.
All right, this is in the same neighborhood. This one is a little further
Okay, I'm going
south.
for real.
Oh, are you sure about that? Oh, you're right. Okay. There's like a real circle motif going on here, and I'm not sure I'm cool with it. Have you ever wanted a kitchen that you absolutely cannot get clean? What was what? Oh yeah, this is a second kitchen. Where is this kitchen? I was going to say, yeah, this is the servant's kitchen. See, now I'm just skimming through it because I'm curious to see if there's a floor plan so I can figure out where that kitchen lives. Can I interest you in a rowing machine next to your shitter? Little daybed for lounging on the patio in Vancouver's notoriously sunny weather. Ah, we we do indeed not have a layout. All right, if I keep zooming out, what do we hit as our most expensive? Here we go. The most exclusive penthouse in Vancouver at Alberni by Kengo Kuma. Penthouse 1, 43-story architectural masterpiece developed by Westbank, will be the pinnacle building in the West End. Corner unit with an unparalleled 270-degree view of the city, mountains, and waterfront, all from all three levels with over 6,000 total square feet. The main level features an open-concept kitchen with white oak flooring, stone countertops, professional meal appliance package, 2 stately bedrooms, and a large exterior patio highlighted by a Japanese wet garden. Take your private elevator to the second floor and enter the grand loft, open to below with large family gathering room and the primary wing, with royal walk-in closet and Japanese garden. The rooftop entertainer's dream space surrounds the private glass-bottomed pool, wet bar, and exterior lounge. Building amenities include an elite gym, pool, and hot tub. Upgrades include 2-stall private garages, 2 red wine storage units, 2 white wine storage units, a bike locker, storage locker, and custom interior upgrades. Can I interest you in 2 red wine storage units and 2 white wine storage units? These are all going to be renders because the building's not built yet. There's something weird about how wibbly the kitchen is in this. Why is the kitchen so wibbly? I love the really uncomfortable looking dog. Just like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Yeah, and that bathtub's really nice, though. I guess it's technically a sauna. Oh, no, this is another one of those bathrooms that you can just hang dong over the city in. I love it. Chat, how many subs do I need to own this place? All right, we've got living and dining, kitchen, terrace with the little Japanese garden. We got an elevator. Entry is there. There's a staircase. Laundry is back. There's a full laundry room. There's an ensuite to this bedroom. This bedroom has an ensuite as well. No, sorry, this one doesn't. This is just the general bathroom. But this is the first floor. Second floor is, as mentioned, has a loft over. There's a grand piano in the layout. There's a powder room. It looks like there's a second terrace. Master bedroom, which has the giant walk-in closet, has the hang dong room, as well as the shower over here in the ensuite. And then finally, our top floor, there's an entertainment room with a bathroom, storage. Dang, I could have an entire floor to stream from of my very own. Where's the pool? Where's the... I didn't see the glass-bottomed pool on the third floor. Let me have another look here. Oh, there it is. Pool. Pool and hot tub. Good times. So the glass bottom pool overhangs your loft. Huh. So all this can be yours for a mere $32 million. Plus taxes. So you have to pay GST on this because it's new build. So if you wanted to buy this, you're looking. Let's say you bought this at asking. So that's $1.6 million just in GST. So the actual price, including GST, is $33,474,840. GST is goods and services tax, and on new build properties in BC, on a new build, not on lived in properties, but on a new build, you have to pay GST, and GST is 5%. And then there's a land transfer tax as well, although I don't know what the percentage is of that is. Then there's also lawyers' fees that you have to pay. So you're all in. You're looking probably about $40 million for this place. They don't know what the property taxes for it are because there's no property tax history on it. Okay, this is my favorite part of it. Pets allowed with restrictions. If I'm paying $40 million for a condo, you cannot restrict what pet I own. Go straight to hell. Yeah, if I'm buying a condo for $40 million, you do not get to ask me about my pets. A tiger would love that pool. You're probably right. Oh, Sam Wonk, why you gotta do this to me? I figured it was time to move on. But I guess let's find out if there are properties more expensive than that one. Sort by highest price. Eliminate the Vancouver, BC. Search. Highest price. $90 million. So that's sort of cheating because this is a property lot located in the Ferndale Comprehensive Neighborhood Development Plan area. This plan is an action item included in the OCP 01-2018. Accessed by 4 city roads. New municipal water at lot lines. Servicing cost estimated completed. Land size. 2,787,840 square feet. All right, I'm going to try and restrict this to Vancouver as much as possible here. $55 million. For $55 million, you could own an entire city block along Main Street in one of Vancouver's most sought-after neighborhoods. Strategic corner site in one of Vancouver's busiest neighborhoods, centrally located and transit-oriented, being less than 600 meters from the future Mount Pleasant SkyTrain station. And then Sam Wonk has just posted... has actually posted a different one from the one I'm looking at. Sam Wonk has posted 4788 Belmont Avenue. I've got 4838 Belmont Avenue. With no photos. This brand new mansion in the prestigious Point Grey area is absolutely magnificent and contemporary. Quality craftsmanship, luxurious materials, and impressive details of finishing. Over 12,400 square feet of elegant living. Offers Italian marble floor on main, a grand foyer with elevator and a stunning staircase. Massive chef kitchen with marble countertop, a walk kitchen and eating area. Open plan, LR, DR, and family room. There's a living room, dining room, and family room with access to a 1,404 square foot patio. 5 bedrooms include a spacious main bedroom with Italian-made walk-in closet system, marble ensuite, and an extra-large den. Wet bar with wine room, plush media room, and a gym. A huge rooftop deck with fireplace to enjoy the panoramic views. A lush compound landscape. 2 garages, front and rear, air conditioning, and more. Close to beaches, golf course, UBC campus. Truly a lifetime dream home. All right, so did Sam Wonk's Zillow listing have more photos? It did not, sadly. What about 4788? Oh, I think we've looked at this one before. So Point Grey is really gorgeous. Like, Point Grey is really gorgeous. Where's the photo of the view? Like, the view out of this place is spectacular. Although they've done some weird stuff with the lighting. Let me tell you, you will never see God rays over Seymour Mountain from here. You know why? Because Seymour Mountain is to the northeast of this property, and at no point will the sun ever be behind that mountain. Never, ever. It is literally impossible for the sun to be behind that mountain from this angle. The sun is is not even over here. From this angle, the sun is on the other side of the house all day long. It comes up behind this wall somewhere and goes down way the hell over here, down here. Anyhow, Vancouver real estate, I tell ya. Oh, we got one more. All right, let's do one more. This one is $24 million. This is a steal. Once again, Point Grey Road. This is where the millionaires live. Point Grey Road is where Chip Wilson lives. Built in 1979, single-family home. Chip Wilson is the guy who founded Lululemon. You know, I've definitely run by this house. I mean, that living room is dope. Oh, yeah. Chip Wilson is a super asshole. Chip Wilson is like one of the worst people you could possibly ever meet. But he lives in this. You'd be his neighbor if you bought this house. I kind of like it, though. Oh, the city skyline. I kind of hate that I love it. Can you imagine waking up in that bedroom every morning? Oh, yeah, I know exactly which house this is. All right, so there's one question that was asked, which is, what does the cheapest house in Vancouver look like? And for that, we can find out. So we're going to go minimum price $0, maximum price $1 million. You know what? We're going to go maximum price $600,000. And then we're going to mark it lowest price. What is the lowest priced property? Somehow I suspect that this is a plot of land. $3,500. This 8-acre agricultural land is available for lease. Perfect for R&D projects. So I don't think that's going to be it. This $11,000 one in Blackcomb is a timeshare. See, I've got Whistler in this, and so we need to zoom in a little more. Harrison Hot Springs, $47,000, 1/3 ownership. $75,000. Looking for a sunny waterfront lot. Yeah, here we go. 80 grand. Jim Cat beat us to it, but that is correct. 80 grand is the cheapest property in Vancouver. It looks like this. It is on a highway in Surrey. It's a mobile home. 1 bedroom and den mobile home on corner lot in Family Park. Small pet okay. Quick possession available, corner of 160 and Fraser Highway. Easy freeway access on bus route. Minutes to SkyTrain and shops. Need some TLC? Don't be shy. Call today. Yeah, 56 years old and 600 square feet. That one's in Hope, so that doesn't really count. We've got a seniors-only condo. Popular Auburn Senior Residences. Top floor, classy 1-bedroom unit that shows like new. Enjoy the fantastic mountain and sunset views. Residents enjoy 3 meals per day, 24-hour security, weekly housekeeping, secure parking, and access to scheduled recreation and leisure services. A carefree lifestyle offered here with home ownership and a 55-plus community. Service agreement a must and is not included in the monthly strata fee. The monthly fee for the service package is $1,450 plus $7,250 GST. But it's $99,000. Way down from its previous sale price of $139,000. Is this also a mobile? This is also a mobile. This is a RV pad. Oh, you're going to love this. $100,000. Rarely seen above-ground parking space in Plays, Georgia. This is a transfer of common property to be registered with the Strata Corporation. Purchaser must be a registered Plays, Georgia owner. Fast possession possible. Can I interest you in a $100,000 parking space? And you have to be an owner in the building to buy it. Okay, this is going to be another senior's residence. Yeah. Ah, yes, there's another parking space for 120. I'm looking for the first non-mobile home that I can find. That is not it. Pharmacist Judge, thank you very much for the resub. Now for 20 months, saying just wait till you see the prices for land in Final Fantasy XIV. Have we got ourselves a houseboat? Vacation property at Cultus Lake for 174. Nope, that's a mobile home. We're not cultist, Cultus. Cultus, Cultus Lake. There we go, houseboat. We got to a houseboat. We have achieved houseboat. $195,000 for a houseboat. So anyhow, I think point proven here. We're at $200,000 and we haven't found, like, a home. Right? Like, we haven't found a house. What is this? Welcome to Rosedale on Robson, featuring an indoor pool and hot tub. This all-suite Vancouver hotel is located 5 minutes walk from BC Place Stadium. A fully equipped kitchenette is featured in every suite. Free Wi-Fi is available for one device in each suite. A cable TV, a seating area, and a desk are provided in each suite at the Rosedale on Robson Suite Hotel. Free toiletries are provided in the private bathroom. Original Joe's restaurant is available on site. Guests at the Rosedale Suite Hotel can work out in the gym or relax in the sauna. The hotel also features a second-floor garden terrace. Rosedale on Robson is 1.9 miles from English Bay Beach. Queen Elizabeth Theatre and Vancouver Centre for the Performing Arts are 5 minutes walk from the hotel. So this, you're literally buying a suite in a hotel. We still have not found a house. And we probably won't for a while. I actually may need to apply a filter. Building type, house. What is the cheapest house available in the Lower Mainland? So we got lots of houseboats, but I don't think those count as houses. But this one might be a house. This one does in fact appear to be a house. First-time home buyer thinking of downsizing? Come no further. This updated one-bedroom, one-bathroom home is centrally located just steps away from Garrison Village, UFV campus, and all transportation routes. Inside, you'll find an open-concept living room. In order for it to be open concept, it needs to be more than one room. With ample storage space throughout. Includes quartz countertop spelled wrong. Spacious soft close cabinetry, updated flooring, vinyl windows, and in-suite laundry. This detached unit has 2 parking spaces and allows pets and rentals with restrictions. And yes, it absolutely is a shack. But it is a detached house. You know what my parents' first house cost? In 1993? In Nanaimo, BC? $150,000. What year and how much? $150,000 in 1993. Also, I'd like it noted, this is Vancouver right here, right? Like Vancouver is here, and then you can see all of the suburbs. And 3 million people live in this region. I guess it technically includes Langley, but like 3 million people live in this region, right? And there's got to be a scale on here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. The thing I want you to know is that Abbotsford, right here, is about 100 kilometers outside of Vancouver. Like, Abbotsford is not close to Vancouver. This is like 100 kilometers away. Which for you Americans in chat is like 65 miles-ish. The cheapest house we have found in the Lower Mainland is further out than that. If you wanted to get from here, I'm going to turn off my window so that I don't dox myself, but if you wanted to get from that address directions to... That's not... No. Yeah. So that is a 116 kilometer commute. That is about an hour and a half from here. It's about an hour 15 with no traffic, but you're commuting along the Trans-Canada Highway. There is not ever no traffic. That commute is miserable. Also, my phone disconnected from the computer for some reason, so I'm just going to fix it. And yeah, the Chilliwack to Abbotsford leg is the worst because it's narrow. Okay, we're done. It's after 8 o'clock already, so we should move on and play some video game before the night is through. So let's move on. This has been our delve into the Vancouver property market once again. Hopefully Princess Intel or Oh Hi My Rhea, whoever it was that started this off, found that enlightening. Although I imagine they've headed off to bed by now. Phone is not locked with passcode. Try again. There we go. Okay. You've already heard the boops, so I'm just going to retroactively tell you to brace your ear holes. I hope your ear holes were braced, because the boops have already taken place. So too bad. But we can now proceed to the reveal of the beverage. So, Garçon, can I have a drum roll, please? We have ourselves a delicious and nutritious Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Taste the rainbow. Hello, Raiders. Thank you very much, Erica, for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. You've just missed us exploring the Vancouver property market. Why the hell do you keep locking? Stop it. Yes, we dived into the Vancouver property market. We looked at the least expensive detached home we could find in the greater Vancouver area. It's 1.5 hours outside of Vancouver, and it costs $350,000. That is the cheapest detached home in the Lower Mainland. And we also looked at the most expensive homes in the Lower Mainland, which are all around $40 million. They did say it was near the University of Fraser Valley, yes. Yes, that is Canadian dollars. Being Canadian, we do not list our property in American dollars. The dollar values are Canadian dollars. Notably, real dollars, the kind of currency that we use in the nation of Canada for the purchasing of Canadian things. And for the purchasing of non-Canadian things that are distributed in Canada. Real money. In real money. Okay, we've had a joke request, so I'm going to tell a joke and then we're going to play our video game. So the jokes that I have for you. In fact, I think I owe a couple of jokes. I probably owe a couple of jokes. I do. Joke the first. Why are fishermen with lots of money so greedy? Because they selfish. Second joke. I once made a graph of all my past relationships. The graph had an x-axis and a y-axis. Y-axis. Everyone's booing me. I'm hilarious. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know why bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. Bees definitely do have hair. Bees definitely do have hair. How did the bee get to school? It took the school buzz. What type of haircut did a bee get? A buzz cut? Hi, Meg. How are you? Okay, we still haven't started streaming video games yet. While you were away, we located the cheapest detached house in the greater Vancouver area, like in the lower mainland. It's not quite as far away as Hope. It is in Chilliwack. It is about an hour and a half from here. It is 600 square feet. It is $350,000. All right, everybody, let's play video games. Sure. What is my treat? Peanut butter M&Ms. Hell yeah. The good shit.
The good shit. They were out of guillotine supplies.
I feel like you just didn't look hard enough for guillotine supplies.
Language.
Have you been ignoring Maple this entire time?
She's been fine. She quieted down.
A betrayal has occurred.
She didn't keep yipping. She yipped a bit when you left, and then she went back to being quiet. Now you're home, and she's yipping again. I mean, she's definitely still alive. She's yipping.
I know she's alive. This is why I am her favorite human. It's true. It's because
Rude.
I hear her and I'm like, oh, my child requires attention. And Matt's like,
Nah, she's fine.
she'll be fine.
She's fine. Yes, she is. She's just bored. Okay. In fairness, once I was ready to transition, I was going to take a break and take her out to pee, but then you walked in the door. In retrospect, I should have updated my Final Fantasy XIV client. Lysander Salamander says, I'm so glad you got rid of the shame sound alert. I know, it would be nothing but shame sound alerts right now. Hi, puppy. Maple. No, she just wants to lie down on her bed and chew her butt, yeah. If you truly loved Maple, would you have left her here all on her lonesome? Would you have left the house? Okay, now I want in on this. Yes? You found it. Good. All right. Here we go. It's time. Oh, I did a stupid. Oops. Let's do an unstupid. Allow me to unstupid. Ah, crap. I can't see chat anymore. Chat disappeared. There we go. I took her for a real walk. And then she decided to be an asshole. And I brought her home. Also, you had better not judge me. Oh, crap. Okay, we need to come back to this scene. If you... Oh, no! I gave away the emote! You saw nothing! You saw nothing. How did I not replace my shirt last night? Aha! The queue is smaller tonight. Fancy Frenchman, thank you very much for the bits. It's 100 bits. Saying, Matt, I know you don't really play Magic as much anymore, but do you keep up with the story at all? And if so, how do you like the new Phyrexia? I'm afraid I don't keep up with the story at all. In fact, I didn't even keep up with the story when I did play Magic. Ooh, I got a Chivo, apparently. Okay, we have an important duty to take care of. Do I care particularly about the characters of Nissa, Nahiri, Jace, or Vraska? I do not. Not even a little bit. Oh, I could probably just do this. I was right, it was the Gladiators Guild. Listen, I don't know what completing is, and at this point I'm afraid to ask. Ha ha! Ha ha! The quest is finally out of my quest log. You're helping Bobonima. Well, ain't that charitable of you. Franz has gotten pretty popular of late, and his fans keep stealing these flyers and taking them home as souvenirs. Ah, so you've met Bobonima's wife. Now I understand. Sorry to hear you got caught up in all that. If you ask me, they're made for one another. Not that it's my place to judge, mind. Any road, we appreciate your help. Yeah, I got my 50 XP. Merchant strip, wellhead lift, airship landing. The Chamber of Rule. Norted. Okay. Sure, they got norted. I accept that as an answer. That the various characters in Magic the Gathering got norted. I don't know why I would care about this. They're just pictures on cards. But now they're evil pictures on cards, I guess. Okay, they're spiky, goopy pictures on cards then. Ride, lift the airship landing. Yes. Did I ever find a buyer for my Magic collection? I sure didn't. I just gave up. Maple came along and I decided I didn't have time to continue worrying about it, so I put them in my storage locker. Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa Laminsa. If I'm not mistaken, you are the Flame General's envoy. Uwu Zayla Vuvu Zayla. Yes, Highwind Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Proceed to the landing area. Yes. Fancy Frenchman, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Again, saying second aside, I had a great childhood growing up. I fondly remember as a child my father used to put me in tires and roll me down a hill. Ah, those were the good years. I approve. That was a good one. Board the airship. All right, what's Limsa? Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Laminsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. I'm sure the characters whose names I don't even remember now being norted is very traumatizing. If you're the kind of nerd that cares. I'm also sure that my tactic of being like, that thing you like is stupid to my chat is also probably putting in real work here.
When we first met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed, Uzela! Godspeed! If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal.
Castrum Oxidens. Oh, hey, it's a judge. I wonder if this is one of the good judges or one of the asshole judges.
15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
So this game definitely happens in the same world that Final Fantasy XII happens in, right?
A blighted realm, riddled
This
with
is
false
just like
gods.
10,000 years before or after Ivalice? Or somewhere else on the planet?
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
Twice now it has eluded the
Oh, he has his own
Empire's
voice.
grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved.
Okay, if this is the same world as Vagrant Story, then it is also the same world as Final Fantasy Tactics, which is also the same world as Final Fantasy XII.
Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
It is a nice hat, I agree. Is that his actual face?
Lord Van Balzar.
Or is it just a painted part of the mask? Look at his tiny legs.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
I have no idea what's going on.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
Codename
I don't know
Hummingway?
what you-
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most
Oh god, he's got a... He's got a gunblade!
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be
Now
making
that is
your
a
true
Destiny-ass
power
hat if I've ever
magic.
seen one. Samwalk, yes, Final Fantasy XII was one of the ones that was Star Wars. But it was the one that was most Star Wars. Final Fantasy XII is the one that your party is literally composed of an outcast princess, an orphaned farm boy, a Han Solo, and a Chewbacca, as well as a disgraced knight. And then the farm boy's girlfriend, because they needed to fill one in. Yes, a hot Chewbacca is correct. Listen, Fran being Chewie might be weird, but it's 100% accurate. I apparently have to go through customs.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Ulta. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa, sir. Admiral Blowfishwin.
Admiral Blowfishwin awaits your arrival. Do I know about the etymology of gunblade in this universe? Is it that they are both guns and blades? Are they blades with guns in them? Are they guns with blades on them? Are they made from gunbladium alloy? That was legitimately a very good joke.
You are the Eldan envoy. Welcome to Limsa Laminsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak with Xanthiel. He will be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge.
Let me out! All right, so we've got an explanation of the cutscene, apparently. So I'm just going to read it. In 1.0, a legatus based on Sephiroth tried to destroy Eorzea with a meter that had a Bahamut inside. Gaius, I don't know who Gaius is, wasn't that big on that, since he thinks Eorzea is a territory that should be saved from itself by the Empire, so he encourages the player character to stop them. Now that that's concluded, he's here to try and stake his claim on Eorzea again without the Empire's direct backing. And Alamegan, Hummingway, tried to infiltrate his legion and find out his plans, but he was discovered by Garlean spies and was executed by Nero. Fancy Frenchman, I gotta ask. Fancy Frenchman says, I feel it is more accurate saying that Fran is not a Chewbacca. She is more the humanoid animal hybrid companion stereotype. I gotta ask, what do you think Chewbacca is? Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent, you understand. Please, step this way.
Enter.
If you dare. Oh, it's Hot Mommy. Hi, Hot Mommy.
So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Bluefishwind, Admiral of Limsa
Blowfishwind, got it.
And Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells, has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew, but Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail von Darnus, Hell's Take Him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamud, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to Cotno Flats, and there met with the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Carteneau, and I have seen full many.
But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of our effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an eighth hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire was set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louisu still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short and none will save us save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Raubon, has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Where's your cheese at? Where's your cheese at? Where's your cheese? Here, I'm going to full camera just so you can see Maple staring into her playpen. And now Mega's standing in the way, so... Yeah, I can see. Just peering in. What happened to my capture? There we go. What just happened? Did you have a nice walk? Well, until this precise moment. Well, we definitely got that on camera. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel to Gridania next, yes? I should change my earrings. Pray give my regards to the Elder Seedster. The Elder Seedseer. The Elder Seedster! Pray give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Uwu Zayla. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Speak with Ulnolfo. Ulnoflo. Speak with Ulnoflo.
Uh-oh. Oh, she did get jumpy at one point? Ah. Well, that's nice. All right, we have to find the, we have to find the Limsa Laminsa and, give it an upper decker. Pywo being like, please, no, Matt, I beg you. I got busted sneaking my way around the side quests. Okay, but I gotta go attune myself to all the crystals. At the very least, I gotta go attune myself to all the crystals. All right, everybody, it's crystal licking time. God, It pains me to run by available quests, not do them, though. They're right there. I'm gonna follow this quest through until we settle down into a new location. That'll be my concession. Oh, but we should read people's names, because sometimes names are funny. Revan Stormraven. I wonder what game that person likes. Aw, look at this little ghost! It's so cute! Oh, that's the auction house. I can use slash handover to feed the pets? That's cute. Oh. Really? This just... No. Really? Limsa Laminsa also borders onto Thanalan? How did... No. There's a ferry. Oh. Okay. All right, where else are there crystals to lick? Down here. Fisherman's Guild. We represent the Fisherman's Guild. Market board. This function is not available on free trial. Good times. Emily Wolf. Humanoid minions won't react. Oh, okay. You're adding all these conditions that weren't present in the previous suggestion that I try it. How can I be expected to know, Chafu? Choo-choo-roon! Hello, Choo-choo-roon. Okay, now we have to give this place an upper decker. Yes, I know they're upstairs. That's why I keep saying we have to give this place an upper decker. I don't know what you want from me. It's called the upper decks. Place is deeply confusing to me. Oh, have we got barely clothed cat girls dancing here as well? Okay, this city's Valentine's celebration is considerably worse. Strict downgrade. Sierra Mist. This person's name is Sierra Mist. And they have a sewer skink as their pet. Hey, little buddy. Okay, so that's the last one over at the Culinarians Guild. To get to the Culinarians Guild, I go straight this way. Still, I love the fact that person's character name is Sierra Mist. One of my favorite things in Destiny continues to be just checking to see who's in my local, population for silly names or looking for silly names in PvP. Oops, my bad. That's also a really good name. All right. Am I now fully attuned? I guess I can click on it and find out. Not quite. There's the Marauders Guild. Marauders. Uh-oh. I've taken a wrong turn. Good heavens. Oh, Maple's doing a chomp. Maple. She's so upset at the fact that I bark. All right, I have officially got Ethernet access to everywhere. Airship landing. Let's go.
Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. A pleasure to serve you again, sir. Are you ready to board the airship to Gridania?
Maple's so upset that she that she drove Meg away, just sitting there in quiet contemplation, wondering where she went wrong in her life. That's right. Consequences for my actions? Like, on the skin? Oh. Well, that happens. That was a good touch. Okay, what is the button? C. Get my correct earrings equipped. Ooh, that one's a level 14 quest. Gonna have to pick that up.
You must be the envoy from Ul'dah. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Ul'dah envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits.
What do you mean save you from this voice? I thought that was good voice. Oh, that was a kitten. To hell with that. Which way is out? How do I leave? How do I leave? Let me out of this accursed place! Boogity boogity! There we go. That got her. Boogity boogity! She is a hellion. Sometimes she's a hellion. Sometimes she just becomes a beast. Yeah, ungovernable, as Meg says. Bob Iger has confirmed that Ike Perlmutter tried to get Kevin Feige fired and is still upset that he was overruled? Wow. Is Ike Perlmutter the rich guy who never talks to anybody? Yes, and who hates women. Pardon me? Yeah. Thank you for dealing with the puppy. Are there any other crystals I need to attune myself to in this part of Gridania? No, so we can go to Old Gridania. Pop. Pop. It's funny because every previous attempt at starting this game, I've started in Gridania. So this is the one city that I kind of know my way around. Oh, I can just leave the map up. That's convenient. Am I playing on PC? Yes, I am playing on PC. Oh no, what have I done? I done hecked up is what I've done. Oh no, Allied Man, you had to talk to journalists today. For what possible reason? Oh, we've got a joke redeem. I'll get to that in a sec. Okay, where to? There. By the Botanist's Guild.
USS Botany Bay?
Silent Conjurer. Wait. Well, okay. Hi!
You are the Eldan envoy. Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please, come with me.
Oh, hey, it's this one.
So you are the old
You know,
Bond
she
envoy.
dressed modestly, but she's really horny.
On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
I understand you bear a message from the Flame General. A remembrance of service for the fallen of Carteneau. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? It would seem my counterparts recounted the tale in some detail. That is well. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I will be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I would tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ilsabard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech some 50 years past helped it to rise from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set out subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Ilsabard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor. Solas Sos Galvus, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, The matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much-needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. The Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius von Belsar.
Is that a... That's gotta be a reference to Battlestar Galactica, right? Gaius Baltar and Gaius von Belsar? All right, sure.
A man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The calamity wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds, never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. Our remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity, which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania.
It didn't sound like it was a code, so much as she was using a code for the purpose of an inside joke. Canacena just doesn't seem like she has much of a sense of humor.
Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home.
You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you may board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare and kill. Wait, you mean I don't even get the return trip? You have obtained a whistle with which you can summon your very own minion. To learn the call minion action, you must first use the whistle. Once you have used the item, a new entry will appear in your minion guide, found under character in the main menu. You can either initiate the action from this menu or drag the icon, set it to one of your hotbars, and initiate from there. To send your minion away, simply reselect the summoning icon. Minions can be summoned or dismissed at any time, and the whistle has no recast timer. Once you've learned the summoning action, you will never lose it, and it can be used with all classes or jobs. You can only summon one minion at a time. While minions do not generate any enmity, neither will they participate in battle. If you are KO'd, your minion will simply wander off back to wherever it is it rests until you call upon it again. Cute. Where do I find my minions menu? It did say character, right? Minion guide. There we go. The Serpent Officer has information that may be of interest to you.
I pray your meeting with the Elder Seed Seer went well, my Lord Envoy. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but did you not also deliver a message to Admiral Merylwib Blowfishwin of Lisma, the Minsa? While you were there, did you happen to meet Badaron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench? Gregarious gentleman, always happy to help his fellow man. Well, I am told that he has a task for a capable adventurer. I know not what the task entails, but I dare say the Flame General's personal envoy would make a fine candidate. If you are interested in learning more, pray speak with Badaron at his establishment.
All right, our next destination is... Have I done the Botanist Guild already? No, Botanist Guild is where we were heading next.
Whee! Whee!
Out of my way, gate! Back we go. Growery? You like the word growery? Depending on where you live, using the word growery might get you in some trouble. Be careful who you use the word with. Oh, it's just very similar to grow up. It's not anything like super bad, it's just very similar to grow up. Someone might get the wrong idea. Hop, hop. Rose Marilyn. Stab! You have now attuned yourself to all the Ethernet shards in Gridania. The Blue Badger Gate, the Yellow Serpent Gate, and the Airship Landing are now accessible as Ethernet locations. Airship Landing, let's go. I like my tiny ship. Airship ticketer. Purchase a ticket to Limsa Laminsa. What's Limsa? This is actually a remarkably small airship, all things considered. Ride lift the drowning wench. Somebody should probably save that wench from drowning. Baderon. Welcome to the drowning winch. Sit wherever you like, me. I'll be with you in a... Aye, I'm Baderon, all right. Who's asking? Ah! Heard as I've got a job for a capable venturer, you say? Well, you're bloody right. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. I can't even wear the cuirass, but I can wear the cotton shirt, so I will take the cotton shirt. No, the cotton shirt is the same shirt that I'm already wearing. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now, I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word is it some suspicious-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Satasha Sea Grot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Aleport and find out who they are and what they are up to. Don't sound like much, I know. But it weren't so long ago as the Fishback's pet pirates paid us an unwelcome visit, and folks are feeling a bit nervous. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I should be happy to elaborate. Wait. This is a different guy. If you would permit me, Master Baderon, I would be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, to what do I owe this rare honor, Commodore Rayner? Come to make sure me patrons are behaving, or just thirsty? I'm changing this guy's voice now that I see his name. No, I'm going to stick with it. Neither. In fact, I was informed that you had requested an adventurer to assist in my investigation, and I came to offer what information I could sift from recent reports. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Valeport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Sea Grot included. Their search revealed little, save a family of Quirrells had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us, in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Satasha is located in western Lanoskia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vumpella. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. What's Sadojabi? What is Sadojabi? Rumors of a dangerous madman about town have Sadojabi ill at ease.
You are either a brave man or a fool, friend, to be wandering the streets of Limsa today.
What's Limsa?
What with the slasher of Fisherman's Bottom on the loose?
The slasher of Fisherman's Bottom. Oh no. I've said repeatedly that one of my objectives in this game is to just mispronounce everything. So yes, I am actively ignoring what everybody tells me about how things are pronounced.
You've not heard? There's a madman about. Why, it's said that he brandishes blades so long and sharp that they could gut a whale. No one's seen any blood yet, but that hasn't stopped the rumors from sending shivers up spines in every alehouse in town. That you're still standing before me tells me you don't scare as easily as the rest. Perhaps you could assist with the investigation. To start with, you might want to look into that scream I just heard outside. Ugh.
Old Towel Man!
We all know how it feels to have had one too many. That's why I'll not fault our patrons for much of what goes on at our tables. But is it too much to ask that they keep their belongings on their person when they leave? It wouldn't bother me so much if half of them didn't show up a week later ranting and raving as if their drunken heedlessness were somehow my fault. Take this impressive-looking journal right here. As oft-used as it seems to be, I've no doubt its owner is tearing up the town, searching for his prized possession. A stranger he was, a swarthy rogadin, who enjoyed his drink, seemed to be getting on well with one of the regulars, Quintinane! Perhaps you could still catch up with him and spare me the headache. I'd offer you a free drink, but last time I did that, Bader undocked my wages. Quintinane!
Oh, hi,
Quentinane! Have I seen who? Look, just because I spend more nights at the wench than in me own home, doesn't mean I'm mates with every sod who comes stumbling through the doors. Wait a minute. That bloody book! Why didn't you say so sooner? The tight-ass bastard drained 20 flagons and promptly passed out, leaving yours truly to foot the bill. Said he was heading for Aleport. Where else, the scurvy sop? I'm me a willin' he's still stranded at the ferry docks, though the gods know it won't help me get me gill back. Those who squat further. Okay, we're going out this way and we're taking a left. Disgruntled madam! What are you waiting for? That's him! The slasher! Apprehend him! Toss him in goal and throw away the key! Or gut him and feed his lifeless body to the sharks, for I care! Just do something! Woe! Woe is me! Whatever did I do to deserve this cruel fate? For 6 moons I saved every last gill of my husband's hard-earned wage, foregoing new shoes, a new purse, sometimes even food for our children, all in anticipation of this day. What's so special about today, you ask? Why, this day marks the arrival of a world-renowned esthetician in Limsa. What's Limsa? My endless patience and self-control were to be rewarded with a hair-raising transformation that would have every fashion-conscious Leminson oohing and awing in admiration. Instead, I find myself accosted by this lecherous lout. Speaking of which, weren't you going to do something about this? Go ahead, have your way with him. I doubt he has anything to say for himself. Oh, the ignominy of it all. Of course you take her side. For shame. Is there no one sympathetic to my ear? Or is there not one sympathetic ear in this entire nation? An artiste of my renown should be welcomed with open arms and a 21 cannon salute. Instead, I am branded a criminal, the tools of my trade, nay, the extensions of my very soul, ripped unceremoniously from my person like barnacles from the side of a frigate. I will not last long in my weakened state. No, even as we speak, the world around me grows dim. With my dying breaths I speak unto you 3 names, 3 kind souls who may yet put right what has gone so frightfully wrong. Forge Master Nanza of Naldeek and Vimeles, Guildmaster Beaton of the Gridanian Carpenters Guild, and Severian at the Alchemists Guild in Ulda. If there is an ounce of compassion in you, seek them out and tell them Jandalane sent you. When my soul is restored, my name rightfully cleared, all of Limsa, what's Limsa? Nay, the entire realm will sing your praises, for I, Jandalane, am none other than the Oh, I have to talk all the other... I already did that part. Okay, well, I doubted him again, just for good measure.
I can doubt him twice as a treat. Zapty, I own glass files for my Gunpla. I do not own a razor. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But everything I've heard about the razor is that it's just marketing on a glass file and that it's not actually better. Hello, Guano!
Sound a hammer and bring you in from the street, did it, lad? It's well that you find the din inviting, for the Armorers Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. If the clangor of metal striking metal is music to your ears, mayhap you've got the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lad, there's no greater joy than working a shapeless lump of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you then?
Okay, so I can take all the guilds, right? Like, this is a crafting guild?
Well said, lad. Now we should cover a bit of guild history before forging ahead with the formalities. The armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithies were one and the same. But as the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into armor plates became a specialized trade. And the smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding. But building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helms, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. It seemed as though a line needed drawing, and seeing as how Limsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut their ties with the smithies and established a guild of their own. As for the smithies, well, the whole notion of an independent armorers guild never did sit well with them, and there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since. Always trying to outdo each other, we were. Which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help us keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master and we can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Hansna's tongue could strip the scales off a fish back at 40 paces. Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress this side of the Strait of Merlthor. Let me know when you've mustered the courage to speak with her, and I'll see to the rest. Your mind is made up? You're ready to throw in your lot with us armorers?
Yes.
Then it is time you made yourself known to the Forge Master. That's no empty title, by the way. Nanza's a renowned shipwright and one of the finest crafters in Limsa.
What's Limsa?
Head outside and you'll find her blistering the skins of our newest initiates. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into our forge of your own accord. Drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. In these here hallowed halls, Limsa's finest pound metal into all manner of tools and weapons. And when I say Limsa's, what's Limsa? I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. But if you've got iron in your veins, and the builder's blessing, speak up. Well, you're not short on confidence, but do you truly know what you're getting yourself into there, lad? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies have forged their weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Course till sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine'll eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resistant alloys. Lucky for us, the smithies of Eld were a determined bunch, and clever too. So when they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us with only the merest hint of pirately prompting, Luminson Smithin came on leaps and bounds. 'Twasn't long before the Gridanians and Eldans started eyeing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though. And so, some 150-odd years ago, two particularly forward-thinking men named Theor Naldic indeed, and Bryce Vimelli had the bright idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they'd sell their wares to anyone who had the coin, pirates and foreigners included, and when folks weren't inclined to pay, they made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Times have changed, though, and we're a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the Blacksmiths and Armorers Guilds for years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and will to work. As to whatever you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Forge Master to decide. Speak to me when you're ready to present yourself to him. So what'll it be? Reckon you've got what it takes to train with the best goddamned blacksmiths in the realm? I accept. Ha! That's the spirit! If you'd taken any longer to decide, I'd have told you to bugger off no matter what you said. Can't have half-arsed adventurers wasting Forge Master Brithiel's precious time, see? He's got a lot of irons in the fire. That's why me and the other lads make a point of keeping idlers, imbeciles, and the otherwise unqualified from getting in his way. Any road, it's time you went and paid your respects to the man. He's the one over yonder making a face like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Nanza! Another aspiring armorer, are you? Welcome, I'm Nanza, Forge Master of this guild. I take it Wahnako has explained to you the history and nature of our craft. Good, I have little to add on that front. Save this. The life of an armorer is not an easy one. Day after day you will pit flesh and blood against iron and flame. And without a passion for the forge, you will fail. But passion alone will not make an armorer of you. To truly master this craft, you must be possessed of a will as unyielding as the metals you work. Knowing what lies before you, have you the fortitude to persevere? Yes. Ha! I see you have no fear of hard work. That is well. Consider your request to join the guild approved. But if you ever give me aught less than your best, you will be out the door before you realize my boot has connected with your backside. Are we clear on that? Good. Now that we understand each other, let us begin with the basics. What is your name? Ubu Zela. Very well, Ubu Zela. This tool is called a doming hammer. Here, grip it firmly. Note its weight. Let me know when you feel comfortable with it in your hand. I'll tell you if you're holding it properly.
Pardon me, ma'am. Your main weapon determines your current class. Changing classes is as easy as equipping a different type of weapon or tool to your main hand slot. Chandelier sent you. Let me guess, the barmy fool's lost his tools, pardon me, and the appendages of his very soul again, and is thrashing and tossing like the end days are nigh. The man brings it on himself. If he toned down the theatrics and went about his work like an earnest craftsman, I dare say he'd save himself these misunderstandings. No, I've not a whit of sympathy for the fool. You, however, have my pity indeed for having to play audience to his whinging. Any road, this should shut him up for a while. Tell him that if he loses these, I'll graft the next pair into his bloody hands. Are you in need of some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just the job for you. Baderon is offering a reward to any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. I am feeling very exposed. Ah, yes, if I didn't know better, I'd think you were an armorer, Uzela. Of course I do know better. Until you craft something with that hammer of yours, you'll look like a babe with a rattle to me. I mean, yes, that's true. And I've no intention of mothering you. Make no mistake, I mean to shape you into an artisan. However hard I have to pound. Damn! Save your sweat for the forge, lad. I don't expect you to fashion full suits of plate on your first day. Just pay close attention to my instructions, be diligent in your work, and the skill will come in due time. Now, let's be about your first lesson, shall we? I want you to take up your hammer and make me a bronze ingot. A mundane task, I grant you, but one which every armorer must master. Bronze, you see, is the most basic material of the craft. And bronze ingots are the building blocks. 'Tis not the strongest of alloys, of course, but it is that very quality that makes bronze so easy to shape, and the metal of choice for a novice armorer. To forge your ingot, you'll need to procure 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. The ore can be purchased from Somerwib here at the Guild. The ice shard you'll have to find on your own. Well, are you waiting for me to swing your arm for you, or mayhap you would have me swing my boot? Synthesize a bronze ingot for Forge Master's Nanza, using 2 chunks of copper ore, a chunk of tin ore, and an ice shard. To begin the crafting process, select logs from the main menu, followed by crafting log. Crafting log. All disciples of the hand receive a crafting log, which contains recipes of every item they can synthesize. The crafting log can be opened by selecting logs from the main menu. To begin synthesis, you must first select the crafting class and level tier of the item you wish to create. Once you've highlighted the item, confirm you possess all the materials necessary in your inventory. If you do, select the synthesize button to begin the crafting process. Okay, do I have an ice crystal of any kind? I definitely... Ice shard. Now, who's the person I... There we go. Somherweeb. He just really likes anime. Two of the... Wait, no. Yes, 2 of those, 1 of those. Wait, that's buyback. Current... Oh, no, that's correct. Yes. Yes. Logs. Crafting log. Synthesize. I fully don't understand what's going on here. Do the thing. I suppose I could have read the I could have read the instructions. Crafting is similar to battle in that various actions are used to proceed. Successfully crafting an item entails executing synthesis actions to achieve 100% progress before the material durability reaches 0. If durability reaches 0 before progress has reached 100%, the synthesis will fail and some of the materials may be lost. Items that you have successfully crafted at least once will appear with a check mark on their icons. Crafting an item for the first time will earn you a special experience point bonus. Oh! Synth! Hooray! I have successfully made an ingot.
Where's that bronze ingot I asked for? If you can't find the ore yourself, try speaking with Summerwave here at the guild. Completed your first task, have you? Well then, let's have a look at this ingot. So this is the sort of quality I can expect from you, is it? For a novice armorer, this is excellent work. Excellent work! Well done, Uwuzela. The key to making good bronze is judging the ratio of copper to tin. With too much tin, the alloy becomes harder but also more brittle. Not the sort of material you want protecting your vital organs. Lest you forget, quality is a matter of life and death in our craft. That is why we teach our initiates the ideal metallurgic composition of every item we forge. Not that all are quick to learn. There are some who seem destined to produce mediocre results however painstakingly the processes are explained. Thank the builder you are not one of them. I am pleased to say that your ingot would fetch a decent price in the markets, but do not let this first success make you complacent. A single bad helm will lose you more trust than 100 good ones will win, because a bad armor means dead men. It is not enough that your work be good, it must need be consistently good. And achieving that consistency requires discipline and long hours of crafting the same item over and over, again and again. For you, this means a mountain of bronze ingots. Bronze ingots in your dreams. Bronze ingots until the process is so ingrained that you wake up and find that your pillow is an ingot you made in your sleep. When you feel you have learned all you can learn from forging bronze ingots, seek me out and I will find you something else to craft. May the builder guide your hand, Uwuzela. The next armor request will be available from Ganza upon reaching level 5. Complete. Quest complete. Ah! I'm so friggin' cute! Holy crap!
About time Randwolf sent me a new recruit. It's been too long. I'm Brithiel, Forge Master of the Blacksmith's Guild. If you're aiming to become a smithy worth the name, 'twould be my great pleasure to educate you on the finer points of the craft. Oh, the rest of these sour-faced bastards will tell you it's hard, grueling work, fit only for the best and brightest, but I say put a hammer in the hands of the willing and see what happens. What do you say then, lad? Will you swing the hammer for old Brithiel? Yes. Haha, I knew I liked you the moment I set eyes on you. What did you say your name was again? Uwuzela Vuvuzela, a name fit for a hero if ever I heard one. In fact, I reckon I did hear it in a bard's song once. Or was that poor sod cursing in his cups at the wench? It doesn't matter. If it was saving the world or bedding someone's mother, it's time to forge yourself a new reputation. Pound out a new legend. That's what I did when I bedded someone's mother. And you can trust old Brithiel to help you do it. But there I go, putting the cart before the chocobo. Here, lad, take this crosspeen hammer. A Smitty without a hammer is like me without a drink. Bloody useless. Well, don't just stand there gawping at her. Take her in your hands, have a few practice swings, whatever you fancy. She's all yours now. Sounds like my first time. Whatever I wouldn't give to be you right now. Smitty never forgets his first hammer. Now, that there is a beautiful sight. Never forget, a Smitty's hammer is his one true love. Friends will betray you, lovers will leave you, but your hammer will never do you wrong. God, seeing you standing there reminds me of a less ale-sodden version of me younger self. But on to your task. We ain't a congregation of soft-handed scholarlies here. We Smitties learn by doing. Try your hand at making a bronze ingot. Any Smitty worth his salt's got to master the fundamentals, and you can't get more fundamental than that. It isn't complicated. Bronze is just copper and tin melted down and mixed together. So you'll be needing... that's it, copper and tin ore. And seeing as most folk don't carry stuff like that round with them without reason, Smidhamer outside can provide you with some. For a price, that is. What the lad can't sell you, though, is the fire shard you'll need. But it isn't complicated. But that don't mean it's easy. You need to melt the metals. After all, and to do that, you need to get them hotter than a flame-kissed horse's crotch. A flame-kissed horse's crotch. And that's all there is to it. Think you can handle it, lad? Well, no. Frankly, I don't think horse is better contextually. I like that these two are arguing with each other. One bronze ingot. Ooh! Got it in one. Remember to make a bronze ingot. All you need is copper, tin, and a fire shard. Smidhamer can sell you the ore, but you'll have to find the shard on your own. Of course, I'm telling you this on the assumption that you've still to do the job. If you've done it already, show us your work, for God's sake. Haha! You're all right, lad. Better than that, even. Sure you ain't done this before? 'Cause honestly, this ain't what you'd expect from a venturer fresh off the street. I think you might be a bleeding natural, kid. It just takes the right balance of metals to produce bronze suitable for weapons and tools. But this ingot you've made me, lad, it's on par with them as our veterans produce. You could take this down to the hawker's alley and find a buyer in no time. Buyer got's watching over you, ain't no doubt about it. You've got talent, lad, but don't let it go to your head. I've seen plenty of folk get drunk on early success only to puke their guts up later because they forgot that talent's worth bugger all without hard work and dedication. So I tell you what, keep it simple for now, lad. Practice the fundamentals till you can smelt bronze in your sleep, and when you've gained the kind of confidence as only comes with experience, come back and I'll teach you something new. Hooray. Hooray! Okay, and with that, I need to switch back to Pugilist. Level 1, 5, 5, 8, 10, 14. 14. Okay, great. Okay, and now that that is done, it's time to call it a night. So, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who subscribes, everybody who follows, everybody who cheers, everybody who chats, and everybody who hangs out and lurks. It is a genuine thrill to stream for you, and I hope you have as much fun watching as I do playing. Mikey CY, thank you for tuning in. I'll be back on Saturday. Sorry you joined us right at the last second here, but thank you for the follow anyhow. Yeah, I'll be back on Saturday. Same mat time, same mat channel here on twitch.tv/Wiggins, playing more Final Fantasy XIV at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, you can, of course, follow me on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Wiggins_TV. And I have a Discord server. If you are a subscriber, you can join the Discord by making sure your Twitch account and Discord account are linked in Discord's backend, where my server will appear to you as if by magic among your linked servers. So let's give a quick look and see who's online. Would help if I press the right buttons to do that. Who is online? Who is online that we want to throw to tonight? The Void. I release you into the hands of terrible freedom. So long, good night, and goodbye.